We've got it. All right. So ladies, welcome to the Professional Women's Group. I hope you enjoyed your breakout session. We're going to have Irina start us off with the Professional Women's Group mission statement.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I know this is the end of April already, but I would like to start with our mission statement. The PWG comes together to network, encourage, support, and inspire each other to thrive in the workplace and in life. We are committed to creating a welcoming environment where we refrain from judgment. We treat each other with dignity and mutual respect, and we're open to the possibilities and ready to have fun.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. All right, Iman.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, ladies. It's so nice to see all of you tonight. And this evening, I have the honor to introduce to you our speaker. I hope I'm saying her name right. Kristen Kozat is a life and purpose coach and owner of Illuminating Purpose. Coaching for the last 6 years, she specializes in helping women clarify their purpose and vision for their lives. She believes that we each carry significant gifts that the world needs. And in uncovering these gifts, we create a fulfilling life and legacy. You can find her on her YouTube channel, Abundantly Purposeful, where she combines her message and the message of financial advisor, Shelly Shell, to empower women to create a life of purpose and financial well-being. Christine believes that in community, women can thrive using their gifts to encourage and inspire others. She is excited to be here with us tonight, speaking about becoming a spark in this community by creating a life that you love. Please help me welcome Christine Kozat.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Like I said, we've been working on getting something together for probably a year and a half. So thank you, Irina. I appreciate that. I am wondering if we can screen share. Did we? Did I just knock myself out? Can we screen share, Gloria?
Yeah, you're still on there. And Amra, can we give Kristen the ability to share her screen, please? Yes.
Can you tell me when that's up? Okay. Just let me know when you're ready and I will hit play.
I think, why don't you go ahead? Yes, it's ready.
Is it going? Can you see that?
No, we can't see it.
No, it says create it. Okay. That is my screen. Do I need to?
Yeah, you need to tell it to share the screen.
Okay, 1 second, guys. What I will tell you, a dream that I did not have was technology.
You know, if we all have these issues, especially, if it's not the Zoom, it's the internet. So
Right.
Here we go.
People are so much more gifted with it. I'm just so jealous. Okay.
There we go. We see it.
Hopefully you guys can see all of that. But yes, thank you for the introduction. And I'm so excited. And just to hear the mission of this organization is so deeply in line with what I love to do with women and what I really believe is possible. I don't think it's an idealistic thing to create a community where you have that fun and that support and that respect with one another. So I do want to applaud all of you for being here. And in this year of this pandemic, so many changes that we've gone through and had to adapt to. So the fact that you're showing up here in the midst of all of this going on in the world in health and all the way around, I just want to give you guys a lot of credit for the things that you're chasing after in your own lives to create that life, that's fulfilling for you. So it's my honor to be here. I'm super excited. I've been actually thinking about all of you and trying to, figure out what do I need to say to these women? What's the thing that is really heavy on my heart to express to you right now in the midst of all of this going on in the world? And I think it is to not forget those dreams and to create that life that you love and to really write a great story with your life. And when we do that in community, it's so much more powerful. We get the support and we also get to encourage other women in their own dream. So I have a few, I'm not a rule person at all, but I do have a few anti-ground rules. And one is that I would just encourage each of you to release any fear or doubt as you find out the topic tonight. I realize it's a surprise for you guys. You don't really know it as you're coming in, but to release any doubt or fear that what I have to say is not for you. Because like I said, I have been thinking of each of you and thinking of the message that I wanted to convey. And it's not a message to any one specific person or any type of person. It's a message for each human here. And I just want to encourage you with whatever fear or doubt that you might have, please just check it for the next hour. If you enjoy that, then just leave it on the side anyway. Listen selfishly, take the pieces that really resonate with you from what I'm saying and really take it and run with it and expand it out and use it in your own life. And remember again that I created my message for you specifically. Okay, so there will be no, well, this can't be for me, or I have all these other things going on, these extenuating circumstances. So I need to forget my dreams and I just need to do the things that are only expected of me. Pay attention to the pieces that give you hope and give you some sort of encouragement or desire to dig a little bit more deeply. And use this information creatively. I'm always saying, what does that mean for you? So anything that I'm saying today, make it your own. Again, this is not a one size fits all message. And this is for anyone growing up as a human with a dream. So the components of creating a life that you love that I have set forth for the purpose of our chat tonight is the idea that your dreams matter, your story really matters, core values and your gifts and strengths will ground you in moving forward and creating sort of that bigger vision for your life and really walking towards those bigger dreams that you have. You have them for a purpose. Your story is for a purpose. And it's really powerful when we share our stories and our dreams in community. And also the fact that you are in this community is such a gift, that you have these women who are working towards really similar things, and that you can come here for support, and that you can also come here to serve. That is no small thing. And I would encourage you, if you're here tonight for the first time, or if you're in a leadership position and you've been with this organization for a while, each one of you is a leader here. Because I assure you that there are people in your own life who are watching you do this and step out in these new things and take on all this goodness for yourself and to feel deserving enough to step into it. And they're watching this. So you are leaders for people in your life. And I just want to encourage you guys in that. So little girls with dreams, like we talked about, become women with vision. It's really important. I want to encourage you to embrace that little girl that had a dream. It was so fun in the breakout session hearing what people's dreams were. And a lot of them are about nurturing or bringing joy. And it's really good when you think about the dream that you had as a child. What was it about that dream that sort of drew you in? What was it about, say, being a teacher or being a host of a show or being a flight attendant? What is it about those things, or being a mother even, that really drew you in? Did you want connection? Did you want to nurture something? That's a really valuable place to start when you're thinking about your dreams as an adult. So women with vision, this is one of the things that I work with people on. And it's really interesting because a vision is far ahead of us, right? A dream, I feel like, is kind of in our hearts, and it sort of sets the pace for the bigger vision, the type of life that we want to have, the type of woman that we want to be. and the type of woman that we have to become to sort of fulfill that dream. And this can be a vision for any area of life. It could be about our health or our relationships, about our work life, about our finances, personal growth. It can be any number of things about our emotional and mental well-being. Any area of life that you want to choose, I'm going to encourage you to either take a big vision for your life, sort of a sweeping big vision, or to sort of break it up in smaller pieces and really look at the different areas of life where there's something that you are working towards or something that you really want to create for yourself. But that vision is a tricky thing sometimes because there is a gap between where we are and where our vision is. So I think when I work with women, a lot of times we run into sort of a, well, I don't know how I'd get there, or that's not who I am, or that's a skill set that I don't have. And that really is the whole point. You know, the little girl who wanted to be a teacher didn't know how to be a teacher. It was just a dream that she had in her heart and in her mind, right? So that's the type of example where we're looking ahead. If it's a dream in your heart, honor it. It's there for a purpose, and continue to sort of set out the steps that will get you there. And when you start to put that vision out there, you will be amazed who will come across your path to help you, the tools that you'll receive to get to the point that you want to be, the experiences that you'll have, the clarity and ideas that you'll start to get. This is no small thing, but it's really important that we create our lives intentionally. So think about your dreams, you know, questions to ask yourself. What excites you? Where do you lose track of time? Where do you feel most passionate or like you can contribute the most? What are the things that keep you up at night? Maybe there's something in your story that was a difficult thing that you went through, and it's a place where you know you can help other people who are going through a similar thing. What are the things that you long for? Do you long for that relationship or family or health or having your own business? The steps will line up, again, I assure you. And then what does your Google history say about your dreams and the way that you spend your time? I Google everything and I YouTube everything. Anything that I want to learn, I just go right there and I can find some information about it. But it's really funny because it's really telling about what my dreams are, the things that I Google and want to learn more about. So allow yourself to get really excited and stirred up. Again, leave any fear or doubt. You don't have to know how to get there. You just have to acknowledge the dream and let it be, and start to sort of focus that energy on what it would be like to have that thing in your life. So I want to read this quote to you. I thought it was really beautiful. It's about us sharing our stories. And in a community, it's a really beautiful place to do that. And I think it's really easy to discount our stories or to think nobody wants to hear my story, or I don't have something necessarily of great value to add. And I want to assure you that that's not the truth. And in community and in family and in friendship, that is exactly where we connect. So your story isn't calm. The road has been chaotic at times, filled with detours and rain and loss so sudden and soon. Sometimes the bliss was so elevated your heart could hardly hold it. Sometimes it was maddening to have and then to lose. You learn soon enough that it hardly ever goes as planned, gentle, easy, and smooth. But that, my friend, is what makes you fascinating. You have something to tell, something you've walked through, something wild, something courageous, something true. You're made of stories within even more stories. Those are the quiet depths of you. And our stories can, again, connect us. They also connect us not only to other people, but they can connect us to our dreams. Sometimes it's through the things that we've experienced or been through that the world could more greatly benefit from what you've experienced. And I lost my dad about 12 years ago. And one of the greatest things for me at that time, even to this day, is hearing stories about him, stories from friends, or being able to share my stories about him. That's his legacy. And it made me feel connected to him. He had a great sense of humor and was very goofy and liked to see people in uncomfortable situations. That was his sense of humor, and he kind of passed that on to me. But just really just having a good time and being playful, that was kind of who he was. So that to me is something that makes me feel really connected to him. The stories that I learned about people in my life or a client makes me feel very connected to them. And it makes me immediately one of their advocates, because I want to see them thrive. When I know their story, I immediately fall in love with them. So through the whole pandemic, I've watched a lot of documentaries, And I'm going to tell you that if you have a hard story or something that you've experienced that you might be afraid to share, I'm just going to encourage you to just embrace the story. Just be there with yourself and who you were in that experience. Because I got to tell you, those are the documentaries that I want to know more about those people. I am pulling for those people. So there's really something human and beautiful in even some of the harder stories that we've experienced. And when we get really clear on our stories and our dreams, and we sort of start to get this picture forming of really who we are and how we show up in the world, there are a couple things that are really valuable to use as anchors, I guess. Core values is one, to be really clear on the values that you hold and that you show up as. This community is a great example. How do you show up in this community? Are you known for being encouraging? Are you known for your nurturing or your kindness or your humor or your playfulness or your sense of adventure or financial wellness? What is it that you really value? What are those pillars, I guess, that are showing up in your life over and over that help you to go to a good place and be grounded and aligned with the things that you're working towards? Hopefully that makes sense. But these are the values that you display in your daily life. They're your anchors and drivers toward the choices that you're looking to make. Core values help you make choices in what you commit to and what you pursue, and only you can choose them. So it's really important to just start to get really clear on who you are, how you show up, what you have to offer. And this is a great helper in forming really what the dream is as well. So one example of a core value making a decision, a friend of mine had a plot of land they were going to buy from her family. And it was just sort of expected that this would happen. And she went out one day with her husband and her two sons, and her boys were kind of running around the land. And her and her husband were standing there, and she just had this check in her heart, like, something is just off for me right here. I don't feel this, even though I know everything's lined up and all the timing is right. And what she realized was that she had a huge desire for community, and living in this area, she wouldn't have that community available to her. So it was interesting for her that this just didn't feel like an alignment, even though she had sort of agreed to it. So she ended up backing out of it because she really valued the fact that her kids could play in their neighborhood with other kids, and they could take out the trash can for a neighbor who needed it or cook a meal for them. That was really, really important to her. So in the core values that you come up with, if you sort of hit a crossroads and you're looking at which way am I going to go, I'm not sure, which decision is right for me, bring your core values up and start to question, is this value in alignment with this job that I'm going to take or this community that I'm going to be a part of? It can be really, really helpful and sort of take some of the clutter out of your head. And your gifts and strengths. I want to really encourage you guys, like it said in my introduction, I truly believe and have experienced there just isn't a person alive who doesn't have a gift to offer or a strength to acknowledge. And I just want to encourage you to start to look more deeply into, say, 4 to 5, what's a handful of gifts and strengths that you embody and that you take with you and in this community that you can contribute in your family or a job that you have that you can contribute. And let yourself be a little sassy and cocky about it. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. You just write it down and just be really, I'm a great listener, or I am trustworthy and a solid communicator. These are the kinds of things that we're talking about here. And this will also help you going for a job interview or just really in your own community. So define them. If one of your values is communication, define what that means for you. If it's adventure, define what that means for you. And I have a couple handouts that I'm going to pass on to Gloria, and it will be the core values and the strengths list, and they're interchangeable. So it'll be one list and then some journal prompts for you too. But just to start looking at this, and it really is a confidence builder when you start to realize, this whole life that you've lived through to this point, it's not devoid of value, and you are not devoid of value. There is something great that you have to offer. So I just want to encourage you in that. Cultivate them more deeply, use them. Once you realize something is a gift or a talent, really use it with the people that you care about. 6 years ago, when I started this journey and I hadn't really done a whole lot of work in the coaching world, or any really for that matter, when I was first starting out, it was really funny because I was working with a coach and she said, "What are your 4 to 5 top talents?" And I was kind of stuck. It wasn't something I had really considered before. And I was in a job that wasn't really challenging me necessarily. So I wasn't really showing up in any way using my gifts. And I used that job as an excuse, when in reality, we use our gifts and our strengths all the time. And when we take them to any place that we walk into, it's a benefit. So let's love our community. We need our community to walk into these dreams, these visions that we have that, like I said, they're maybe feel outside of us and they're way far ahead of us. And it might even feel a little scary to share them. And it might feel like, your heart being outside of your body if it's a vision or a dream that you hold really closely. And I just want to say that the value of your community, whether the people that you trust most are your family or your friends or this community here, find people that you really trust and begin this journey together and encourage one another in a smaller, maybe it's one person that you've really connected well with over the course of the last year. But it really is in community when we have that support, those little voices of doubt are sort of diminished because we have people in our lives who can hold up a mirror and say, "No, this is you. I see this for you. This seems aligned with all the things that you've told me about you." And it's really, really a huge benefit that you guys have this community here and that you get to still connect monthly. Even though I don't like technology, it has been a huge, huge blessing over the past year. So again, use this community, leverage it. And again, your friends and family, you really don't know who you're leading and who you're inspiring, but I want to encourage you that you are all inspiring people in your lives just by being here. And so with all of that said, moving ahead to the choice that we have and the perspective that we bring into a situation, whether it be towards our dream or in our community, no one can tell you how to think or feel. And I think as women, something that I notice a lot is that there are a lot of outside expectations or sort of standards. This is what a woman does. This is what she looks like. This is how she spends her time. And she doesn't, pursue anything for herself, which would be your dream. No small thing there, right? And it's really important that you remember that you get to choose how you spend your time, how you spend your beliefs, how you spend, your thought life, how you spend your relationships. Think for yourself and think with intention. And I think that there's a lot of between social media and the media, that can get really tricky sometimes because there are so many things coming into us. We're just inundated with so many messages. But for you and yourself, what does it look like for you? What do you, forming your own thoughts and opinions? That will help you stay grounded in the dream that you're pursuing. So I want to encourage you in that, and just know why you believe what you believe. You don't have to receive anyone's platform, mine included. Form your own opinions about what I'm telling you this evening in a good way. I mean, remember that I did write this for you, and I did have you in mind. And there was no person here while I thought, if they're this way, this won't be for them, because this is absolutely for you. And where your focus goes, your energy flows. Feed the things that you want to grow in life. It doesn't happen overnight. It really is a choice that we make every day. It's you guys showing up month after month here on these Zoom calls. It's the things that we sort of use as the building blocks of the foundation of our life. And when our energy and focus go toward a really positive, good thing, that thing tends to get bigger. And that's actually the science of the brain. Our brains are created to search out more of those experiences when we start to have a more positive mindset. So really believing in yourself and believing that there is something of great value here. I encourage you to really, your choice and your perspective is really about you digging. And it's about you really, the formation of who you are and the life that you're creating. And that inspires people. And how we steward our gifts and dreams is our responsibility. And really, it's our legacy. The people around us will remember the things that we did and how hard we worked to maybe overcome something in our past, or in our mental or emotional health, or our physical health, or just any area. If there's something that you feel like you need to chase down and you want to start pursuing, by all means do it, because it really is inspiring to everyone in this group and the people in your life. You are powerful, and it's my job to help women see that. Gratitude opens us up to the beauty of the life we have, and it helps us create the life we desire. So if there's anything that I would recommend that you guys do today, is to start a gratitude practice. And start simply, start exactly where you are with what's right in front of your face. And it might feel really small at first. It might be some major great thing. You've got this wonderful job, or I love my community or my family, or I have this home that I really love. Whatever it is, really open your heart up to acknowledge that it's something to be grateful for. It might be a walk in the middle of the day in the sunshine. It might be the sunshine itself. It might be the fact that you're at the park. I love the swings at the park, but I try to scope out and, give them to children if they need them first. But if they're open, I'll tell you what, I am going on that swing, and it's something that I'm going to be grateful for. It reminds me of being a child. And it's, whatever it is for you, what does that look like? What does it look like to start to open your heart up to the fact that you're really surrounded by big and small things every day? And when we start to acknowledge them in our life, we start to get more and more of them. It's part of that brain thing where when we start to feel grateful, our brain starts to look for more things to be grateful for, or even to recognize, hey, that's something to be grateful for. So me personally, I do this at the end of the day. And even if you have 5 minutes, don't lay down. It's the kiss of death if you lay down and you try to do the gratitude. You will fall straight asleep. I fall straight asleep when I do it. But take some time, 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the day, and just sort of even, don't kind of my health, those, don't give it lip service. Really think about your day. Think about the day that you just experienced and what was of value for you. Did a flower sprout up in a garden that you got to see? Was the sun out? Did you get a paycheck? Did you get a hug from a child or someone that you love? These are the things that it's really easy to forget in the course of a day because we come up against so much. But my heart wants to really embody this to you right now. Gratitude will change the way all of this looks. It will change your perspective towards your dream, towards yourself and your worthiness, and toward what you see on a day-to-day basis. It's the biggest life changer that I can say. If you have only 5 minutes, start doing that. Then moving forward, this was a lot of information. What are the steps that you can kind of take? And first, this picture, I loved it so much because I feel like this is the truth about stepping out into these dreams and visions that we have. Reset, readjust, restart, refocus as many times as you need to. Be really patient with yourself and start small. This is not a linear process. As we know, life is just not that way. It doesn't get good and just stay good, or it doesn't get bad and just stay bad, Continue on the path and just remember that any great dream is going to take time to build, and it's through those consistent choices. So start right where you are right now. Don't overwhelm yourself with anything. Start small, even if it's one area of life that you can think of. That you want to get more stable footing. Let that be your dream right now and grow in that, and then pick the next one, but continually be moving towards something that is really calling to you. And when doubt comes up, state your case. If someone came up to you and said, that dream is never going to happen, it's just not for you, you're just not that person that can have that dream. That sounds horrible and it sounds harsh, but sometimes those are the things that we say to ourselves, if we're really honest. Just start to get really, really present with that voice in your head. And when that comes up and you start to recognize it, fight with it. Tell it that's a lie. Any dream, like any of it is really, it depends on the steps that you take consistently. That's the bigger indicator. It's not about where you've been. It's not about where you are today. But if there's something calling to you, there's a purpose in that. There's a reason that it's calling to you. And you know what? You can become any woman that you want to be. So become the woman that lives that dream. Become the woman that's creating that really great story with her life. But do not let that voice inside. You would never let a friend talk to you like that. Talk to yourself like a friend. And visualize clearly, put yourself in the picture. Really feel the emotions of what that would feel like. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's something in your health or something in your home life, picture what it would look like to be the way that you would want it to be. Feel those emotions. That really sets your brain up. Again, our brains are so powerful. And when they start to get a picture of something, it's just like athletes who train. It's just like if I talk to you right now about a lemon and I cut a lemon and the juices are flowing and you stick it up to your mouth, chances are probably pretty good that you're having some sort of physical reaction right now when I say that. Our bodies have a physical reaction to the things that we imagine. So use your imagination with this and be really clear about it. Write it out, picture it, spend time with it. This is the better friend than that self-doubt. And then the gratitude daily habit. Again, I just encourage you to take 5 minutes in the evening, review your day, think about that, all the things that you've come across that, that happened or that didn't happen that you're really grateful for. And be compassionate with yourself and patient. This is one step at a time. And, reframe your relationship with the word failure. Failure really is only learning. And if we're not actively learning, we're not really growing. So think about this as you're, be really patient and compassionate with yourself in this. Support others in their dream. The best way to bring our dreams into the world and really be moving forward is by supporting and serving other people. And you guys have a great opportunity to do that. Again, that is a huge piece of leadership. And then I just want to invite you guys, if you want to continue the conversation, I have a YouTube channel. It's very simple. It's me and a financial planner, and we're just really trying to get our message out there to empower women and to have women start thinking really intentionally about their lives and their choices. And if they're just 10-minute episode once a week, and we have fun, they're just little unscripted conversations, and we're just looking to support women. So if you're looking to add to your community, we would be really happy to be a part of it. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me tonight. I just really absolutely love the mission of this community. And I'm excited to hopefully work with you all in the future again and get to know you a little bit better and get to know the things that you're working towards. Thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Kristen. That was such a beautiful and powerful message. Ladies, do you have any questions? We have some time. Do you have some questions or comments for Kristen?
I have a comment. Hi, Kristen. My name's Elisha. First and foremost, you did amazing. Thank you so much.
You.
That was definitely something a lot of us did need to hear. So I want to just say thank you so much. And with the gratitude thing, thank you for just getting me back onto that. Like, I've been thinking about it and I will lay down and then I don't do it. So that encouragement to just do it before you lay down, it was funny because it always happens, and just reminded me like it is very important and I need to do it. So thank you for that push.
Thank you. And it's one of those things that we know, but it's so easy to let it go. And yeah, if I lay down, it's over.
Yeah.
Out. So thank you so much for your encouragement too. I so appreciate that.
Can I ask a question? I do have a question. You said that on your YouTube channel you have a financial advisor. Would that be somebody that would be capable of helping somebody like learn better how to save and like do all that? Because I literally had a therapist tell me that because of like the way I was raised and the crazy relationships that I've been in, I literally have to retrain my brain to be able to plan for further ahead than just day to day. And I've been having a lot of trouble doing that. So yeah, I was just wondering if you had any like suggestions, or if that was something that you guys hit whenever you do your YouTube thing.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to go on there and find her name and reach out, what I can tell you, first of all, it really is a challenging thing for a lot of us. The financial part of things it's really expensive in this world too. So it is something for our own security. It's a great piece to start figuring out, and she actually has a free program that she's going to be putting out in the next few months. So I had told Gloria, I would really love to come back with her too and do something. But even if she came and talked to you guys, she's coming out with a free program. So that would be a really good resource. And when she does have that, I'll be sure to pass that on to Gloria as well. But she doesn't, based on the fact that she works for a firm, she can't give personal financial advice on the YouTube channel. It's much more general than that. So, but I would really encourage you, her free classes could be a great resource for you guys.
Also, Stephanie and ladies, if you're, on the same boat there, please also keep in mind the Capital One classes that we have come up. Those are free classes, and Capital One is not trying to sell you. They will not try to sell you anything of their products. They are very honorable and respect that. But please keep those in mind and make sure you apply and take the class, because it's 6 weeks of education, and it sounds like a lot, but it goes by very quickly. Okay, so keep those in mind.
Awesome, thank you.
I think that's really important, to be careful that nobody is trying to sell you something in the midst of trying to get financial wellness. Oh man, yeah, I think that's super important. So
we still have a couple more minutes, a few more minutes. Ladies, any other questions or comments?
Yes, Kristen, hi. I wanted to thank you. Everything hit home for me, but especially choice and perspective. I'm a big believer in autonomy, and I've been around some pretty, and you have to see it, you have to be around it to understand. I've been around some pretty negative people who, if you don't see things the way that they see them, then you're less than. So I am a very, the choice and perspective, it really hit home for me. Thank you very much.
Good, good. I'm the same. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
I think, Ola, you have a question?
Actually, I do have a comment. And I want to say thank you so much for that presentation. It's really timely. And just remember this, there's this phrase that I always have at the back of my mind that I just want to state. It says, do not let your memories be bigger than your dreams. I'll repeat it, do not let your memories be bigger than your dreams. And I know that us women, as we go through our stages in life, we tend to allow our dreams to get smaller and our memories get bigger because we keep talking about the past instead of moving forward and talk about the future. So I am a victim of that. So I just thank you. I just want to say that no matter which stage of life we are, we should always make our dreams bigger instead of making our memories bigger. Thank you.
I love that. And maybe that's why it's so much easier, seemingly, for kids to dream, right? I love it. Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? We still have a few minutes. While we're waiting for someone, I would like to say I had noticed that I was in a little bit of a funk too. Thinking about, well, what else do I need in my life, right? And one of the things that for decades I have been wanting to do is take singing lessons because I'm quite terrible. And my dream is to be able to stand up at a karaoke place and be confident that what I'm about to sing is going to sound decent. So I'm now engaged in classes and have been taking them for a whole month.
That is awesome. I love that. Karaoke is a big fear for me too.
I have a great teacher.
Oh, that's really fun though. I love that. And that too, make it fun. Have fun with it. And you'll stick with something where you're getting something out of it. Celebrate it and have fun with it. And have a, hopefully we can come to your show, Gloria.
I also wanted to say that's really awesome because I know for me, when I have my really bad days, music is one thing that really, really helps. Like you can turn a certain song on and just feel a totally different type of way than you felt like 5 seconds ago. So way to go. And I hope you enjoy it as much as like I do. Because like I said, music is amazing for that.
Absolutely. All right. So any other questions or comments, ladies? Going once?
I guess is there any...
Okay.
Oh, no, I was going to ask, is there any way that we can get a copy of the presentation of just as little good reminder notes?
Yeah, I can send that on for sure. And again, with the technology, I'm having issues with my MacBook and sending attachments, and I will get that worked out. I promise you guys. But yeah, I'm happy to pass this on.
Wonderful. And whenever you do so, I send about 2 to 3 emails a week. So whenever you do so, I'll go ahead and put it in the email and it'll be in there, ladies. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Kristen, thank you so very much. I love your message. I'm a big believer in the gratitude. I think it also opens you up to so much, right? Being grateful. the generosity of people and everything, it just opens you up to even receive more, right? Or be more aware of what you are receiving already. So thank you so very much for your beautiful message tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And if you read the chats, you have a lot of positive comments in there and lots
Oh, fun. I'll have to.
of yeah.
I'm not screen share. I'm going to stop the share, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And now Irina is going to present our next presenter.
Yes, and I would like to present Carrie Ann, who will introduce to us her upcoming workshop.
Thank you, Irina. Hello, everyone. Hello, Gloria. Thank you for your beautiful presentation, Kristen. I'm so happy to be here, Gloria. Thank you for having me. And it's a pleasure to meet you all. I wish I could give you big hugs. I'm a hugger, so I just wish I could see you in person and give you all hugs. But anyway, regardless, hello. My name is Carrie Ann Angrazani, and I am a transformation and leadership coach and a speaker. And can you all hear me okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Just making sure. Highly sensitive professionals hire me to help them get back into emotional balance because many of them are overstimulated and overwhelmed and put themselves last. And so I help them to connect to those inner resources so that they can get an emotional balance and rock their life. And whether you identify as highly sensitive or not, we're all sensitive at times, and I bet you can relate to overwhelm or overstimulated or putting yourself on hold at one point or another, especially if you guys have families or other people that are pulling at you. Certainly society always has ideas of what we should be, right? Which is what Kristen was talking about. So my topic for you guys, and I'm speaking on May the 12th, from 6 to 7:30. Is that right, Gloria? Yes, awesome. It's how to stay emotionally balanced in the workplace without shrinking. And this applies not only to the workplace, but every place in your life. And the shrinking piece is an important one for us women to hear about because we're not really taught or encouraged to stand up for ourselves especially in the workplace. And something that we just were hearing about from Kristen is about value-based decision making. You know, sometimes our emotions take over and we are driven by them without they're in charge of us instead of us being in charge of them. And so coming into emotional balance is a skill. It's just a skill, just like any other skill. And it's a really important skill to have. And you will find if you Google any kind of leadership trainings or Simon Sinek, I'll put his name in the chat. He's great. And he does leadership coaching for Google and Tesla and Amazon and all the big ones. And he talks about that they used to call them soft skills, empathy and compassion and caring and all that. But they're not called soft skills anymore. They're essential, and big business all over is using these skills to not only, help with productivity and the bottom line, but also with company culture. And so my movement is really around building empathic, intuitive leaders. Resilience is a word that we hear a lot right now. And does anybody have an idea about resilience? Kind of, you can put it in the chat if you want, what you think emotional resilience means or means to you. Somebody is bouncing back. Thank you, Yolanda. Yes, bouncing back from hardships. That's a really good one. I have a definition here, and it's the ability of a person to adjust and to recover. So recover from adversity. And if it's used with materials, it's the power or ability of a material to return to its original position, right? So what I think of when I think of resilience is warriors. And all you women on here are warriors, or you wouldn't be here right now, right? Can I get a heck yeah on that? You could put it in the chat. Hell yeah, heck yeah. Y'all are warriors in one way or another, right? You've come back from something. And let me tell you, sisters, I have too. We all have, right? And so that's really what I'm talking about is emotional resilience, being a warrior in your life, being a warrior at work, being a warrior so that you can really achieve all the beautiful dreams that Kristen just outlined for you, right? And one of the ways to be in charge, and it's so funny that we're all in sync here. She talked about gratitude because I was going to do a little gratitude thing with you, which is such an important basis for emotional connection. So you all know each other, right? Or on some level. Do the people in this group, have you met each other, or has it only been on Zoom?
For some, it has only been on Zoom.
Okay, well, that's even better. This is even better. I'm so excited. Okay, so just a little taste, a little something to take with you, and this will be a taste that, and we'll talk more about this when I see you all on the 12th, is to find someone in this group that you're great, that has done something, that they've said something, they've shared something, maybe they've done something for you. I know you're all grateful for Gloria, right? She's done all kinds of awesome things for you. So if all else fails, you can certainly message her, but call the person if you can. I know that's so old school and we don't do it anymore, but there's an energy that happens. And I just tested out and I want to hear about it on the 12th. There's an energy exchange that happens when you actually call somebody. And if it's not somebody on this call, it can be a family member or a loved one. But take 3 minutes and just say, hey, Mom, I'm grateful for whatever it is. And if all else fails, go ahead and text. That'll work too. But feel, and then take a moment after you do that and feel what it feels like to share that gratitude with another human being. And that'll keep you rolling until the next time I see you. But I'm just so grateful to be connected with you all, and I can't wait to spend time with you on the 12th. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Carrie Ann. Thank you so much, and looking forward to your workshop.
Thank you.
Yes, Irina.
Yes, I'm here.
Would you like to introduce our next speaker?
I did not see that on my.
Well,
I'm
no
sorry.
worries. I've got you.
I'm sorry.
Our
Yes,
next speaker is Andre from Skills Global. Welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gloria, for the opportunity for me to join this meeting. I certainly am excited to bring some information that I hope will be useful for this community. My name is Andre. I'm Executive Director at Skills Global. And actually, if I am able to, let me share my screen so that you can see the presentation that I put together. It's really a quick couple of slide deck that's will help you understand what I'm trying to accomplish. I work with Skills Global, and it is a software company that specializes in clinical software. And since 2010, we've been developing software for applied behavior analysis professionals serving individuals on the autism spectrum. We also have a training hub that's called Institute for Behavioral Training. And over the last 20 years, professionals in the ABA space, BCBAs, have been developing training content for professionals, educators, and individuals who deal with autism spectrum. And what happened last year and during the pandemic, we found ourselves in a situation where a lot of people were struggling to maintain their business open. And we said, how can we contribute back to the community? And we realized that we have some assets that we can share with people who are looking for job opportunities. And one of such opportunities is the behavior technician position within ABA clinics. And the funny thing is that a lot of people do not know about behavioral health, and they do not even consider this being an option for them because it's something that might be intimidating, or people think that it requires some special training and medical degree. But in fact, it is available to a lot of people, people who are interested in working with children, people who are interested in making a difference in people's lives. We opened up this training for everybody who is interested in either changing their career or maybe have been thinking about pursuing a job in behavioral health. What's also interesting, over the course of last couple of years, we've discovered that people say, well, I need a job. I really don't need professional training. I need to find a application to my skills. And in reality, average job hunt takes about 3 to 5 months. And with our training, people can within a couple of weeks complete this training, and then we typically see job placement happening within 3 to 4 weeks. And the reason is behavioral health is in such demand that there are a lot of families that struggle with autism, but they cannot find an agency that can provide services, and wait time extends to months. So typically behavior technicians get hired really quickly. The great part about the position is that it's typically it's part-time, although full-time opportunities are also available. The training that we provide doesn't have any boundaries. This designation is accredited across the world, and people who move or are planning to move or just simply don't want to have something that's local are able to complete this training and take with them across state lines. So just to give you a little bit more details on what we're offering, here's some information on the slide, and I'll be happy to share it with Gloria for wider distribution after the meeting. But RBT, or Registered Behavior Technician, is a paraprofessional certification that essentially is on the front lines of the therapy with children and individuals on the autism spectrum. Typically, behavior technicians assist in delivering ABA services. They work under the supervision of a BCBA. This is a position that develops a treatment planning and supervises the treatment process. As I mentioned, this is national certification, and while we do not actually accrediting and credentialing individuals to become registered behavior technicians, we are providing a 40-hour training. This is the course that takes 40 hours to complete. We are allowing a month to complete this training, and you can take it at your own pace, at your own time. And then this is an essential first step in becoming a registered behavior technician. Now, some states do require, some state insurance companies do require agencies to have registered behavior technicians, and some states don't. So typically, if you take this training, you don't necessarily need to go to the length of getting credentialed, but you do have an opportunity to start working as a therapist, performing sessions with children or adults on the spectrum under the supervision of a BCBA. This training is actually opening up a lot of doors. First, you can become just a part-time technician and fill your schedule. Again, it's in demand, so typically finding a job takes probably 2 to 4 weeks before you get an offer because it is in such high demand. But it also can be a career opportunity. A lot of people start with becoming a registered behavior technician, but then go on to complete their bachelor's and master's degree, becoming BCBA, and after this, a lot of them open their own practices. Prevalence of autism is tremendous these days. A decade ago, it was 1 in 150 children diagnosed with autism. Today, it's 1 in 51. So we see these rates progressing over the years, and with that, demand for these services really increases. So people who have this training typically do not stay unemployed for a long time. We've been specializing in providing professional training for over 2 years, 20 years, as I mentioned, and RBT training is one of the core professional training offerings that we have, and we work with agencies, parents, educators who are interested in understanding how to best manage challenging behaviors, and this is the course that actually allows them to have a comprehensive view of that tactical approach. As I mentioned, for all of you on this call, the opportunity here is to take this training free of charge. We're offering to anybody who is interested. It is about $350 in value, but because of the current situation, just to make sure that we assist people with finding a meaningful career or a job, we're offering it at no cost. And it is something that you can take either as a gap, stopgap, or something that will allow you to build a career moving forward. We are, in this particular equation, are sort of in the middle. We're connecting individuals like yourself with agencies who are looking for professionals with this sort of education, because the sooner they can find a person with professional education, not necessarily a credentialed RBT, but a person who has that 40-hour training, the sooner they can deliver those essential services to their customers, and that's important. So that's why typically it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get an offer letter. Again, this marketplace, unfortunately for people affected, is progressing at such a rate that this demand is not going to subside. In order to qualify for it, you do need to have a high school diploma. You need to be at least 18 years of age and be able to or willing to go through a background check. But that's if you again decide to become an RBT. Again, completing this training will allow you to probably get a leg up over other candidates who are looking for behavior technician position but do not have this training. So this certainly is something that that offers an advantage over other candidates who are looking for this position. We have some presence on social media because we're trying to drive awareness. And Gloria, thank you very much for again giving us the opportunity. In order for you to apply for this training, again, it's free of charge. Just reach out to Nikki Haney. She's on our team who work with people interested in this opportunity. Send an email to recruiting@ibehavioraltraining.com or call us at 818-686-5908. And Nikki will be able to send you a code, and this code you will be able to redeem for the course. Again, we're giving a month for you to complete this course, and after this, you will be able to apply for a job anywhere you want. But we also have a few agencies we work with that look for people with this education. So we will give a few options for you among agencies we know of. But again, if you go on any job board right now and type behavior technician or behavior health technician, you will have tens of thousands of available positions. So it is something to consider.
Wonderful. Now, ladies, we have a minute or so. Any questions for Andre?
And if you don't have any questions right now, Nikki is fantastic with answering these questions. She'll be able to help you better understand what it is about. But again, send an email to recruiting@behavioraltraining.com or call us at 818-686-5908, and she'll be happy to chat with you and give you more information.
Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity. Now, ladies, if you're not interested, please keep this opportunity in mind for anyone you know that might be interested in it. Please spread the word of these resources so that even people that didn't attend today can also learn about them. So please, pass it on to your neighbors, to children who are over 18, who maybe are looking for an opportunity for a career. This is a wonderful thing, and it's free, right? It's the whole.
It is free, absolutely. Yes, we're committed to supporting people who are interested in supporting other people. Yeah, so definitely.
Right.
Gloria,
Yes.
is there any way you could have him repeat that information? I'm sorry, this is Margie Williams. I had a hard time hearing the number.
Yes, absolutely. It is right now on the screen. And Gloria, if you could share this deck with the team.
I can't, I'm on the call, so I can't see it.
Okay, yes. So it is, the lady's name is Nikki Haney, and the number is 818-686-5908. 818-686-5908, or you can send an email to recruiting@ibehavioraltraining.com. You can also find us on Facebook. It's Institute for Behavioral Training, and just befriend us, and we post these updates on a regular basis.
Oh, we have Dion who's saying thank you so much for the information. She knows several people that would be interested in it.
Perfect.
Yes, wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you, Andre, for coming over and presenting this awesome opportunity.
Anytime, of course. Thank you for having us.
Wonderful. Well, we are now at the announcement part of our meeting. We'll wait for a minute. Let's give a hand here to all of our presenters who were amazing today. Thank you so much for being here with us. All right. Okay, so it is poll time. So Amra is going to be sending a poll here, wanting to know, is this your first time that you are attending the professional women's group? So it's a simple yes or no. Amra, how do we do this? Okay. All right. So yes, if you could just let us know a yes or no, that would be great. And if we could have the slideshow, please. Okay, so first up, thank you so much to the ladies that made an effort and participated in Your Hour, Her Power. So thank you so much, Raven Irons, Song Nguyen, Christina Morales, and Iman Benjalum. Thank you so much for the work you did around Your Hour, Her Power. And next slide. Oh, there it is. There's the poll. So if you ladies can click on it on your screen. We're getting, this is the first time we're doing a poll. So we're still trying to figure things out. So thank you so much. Okay, and the next slide. All right, so important workshop coming this May 5th, I believe is this Wednesday. We have from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. The queen of resources is what I like to call her. It's Kathy Cruson Ford. Many years ago, she came to a PWG and she let us know of so many resources and how to apply for them through the Denver Human Services. And she agreed to be on again. And this is a really important time because a lot of us are hurting and a lot of us need all sorts of resources. And Kathy really knows just about everything and anything with relating to Denver Human Services. And there's a lot of programs that are coming up that might be able to help with the new situations that COVID-19 has brought upon us. So please join us. The invitation will go out tomorrow, so make sure you're looking out for your emails. And so again, that's May 5th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And on Thursday, we have our regular meditation series that happens every first Thursday of the month. We have Kelly Arnold, who will be doing the meditation, and then the yoga with Sheila. You can attend both or one or the other. The yoga, I know some ladies are very concerned as to the intensity. This is very simple stretching yoga to make you feel good. We're not going to get crazy on this. So this is just to help us relax and feel centered. So please join us on May 6th. And we have Carrie Ann's presentation workshop on May 12th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. on how to stay emotionally balanced in the workplace without shrinking. I think we can all use a little bit of that information there. So please join us on May 12th. Ambassador applications. Now, our last few emails I've sent out the link to the application. Ladies, don't let this opportunity pass you by. This is a great opportunity for you to practice your leadership skills in a safe environment, very supportive, very loving, caring. We have a lot of fun. You also get to participate in events that are just for ambassadors. So if you would like to be part of that group, I would love to have you there. Please submit the application. That application will be due on May 3rd. And I will send it again in the link tomorrow in the email. All right, coupons. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, ladies, for being so patient and loving with us in the redemption of the coupons. So I went ahead and looked up Zoom and contacted Zoom to see about our ability to get everyone's name recorded in the attendance. So that is happening. There will be no mistakes. All right. Now, because of our limited staff right now, we have one day for you to come and redeem the coupons that you've earned. And that day will be May 13th from 4:30 until 8 p.m. No appointment is needing, just show up. For attending today, you receive 3 items of clothing, and the coupons that will be redeemed on that day will be the BBVA that happened on April 21st. Of course, today's meeting, but also the May 5th, 6th, and 12th meeting that are coming up. Okay. So we have 4 minutes. Any questions about any of the information presented?
Gloria, I do have a question, not about the information presented, but more about the ambassador applications. I've looked at the questions, but so for those who are attending for the very first time today, can they apply, or are we looking for somebody who?
We do prefer ladies who have attended a few meetings. right? However, it doesn't hurt to throw your name in the pot. Don't let that stop you, right? You're interested, put the application in. If anything, it sets you up for next year in a really good place. It lets me know you're thinking about it. It lets me know you're ready for leadership. And you never know, right? So please, I encourage you, if you are interested at all, apply. Let us know that you're interested.
And I think that if anybody has any questions, you can reach out to the ambassadors, us directly, and ask any questions you might have.
Yes, so we have many of our ambassadors here present. We have Iman, Irina, Kalindi, and Kara, I saw. So anyone have any questions for them? They can vouch on how fun it is, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
No questions?
You forgot about Kathy.
Kathy, I didn't forget Kathy. Tell us how much fun it is. Why would you recommend having ladies become ambassadors?
It teaches you leadership. It opens new doors that you can meet all the donors that donate to Dress for Success. We have like a sisterhood, bond that we get together at least once a month, and we just have a blast as women. Kara?
I got your back. You know, I was waiting for you to say it. Hi, everybody. I'm Kara. I've been with Dress for Success, an ambassador from the beginning, actually. And the program has developed to a point now where it's so impactful. It's an honor to be a part of, and it's something that's over the course of the years has literally become a part of my soul, much like the women that are also on the ambassador team. When I see their faces, it gives me joy. And I can tell you that there are not many things in my life that are like that. There's a few, right? My kid, there's a few, but these women, man, you know, you can't buy that, right? And then on top of it, just the opportunity to be a leader. Like Kathy said, you know, we came together years ago. Her husband had just passed away. My dad had just passed away. And we were able to implement a community action project together that changed the trajectory of our lives and what we were doing. It was super impactful. So I encourage you, like Gloria said, if this is even your very first meeting and any of this sounds interesting to you or excited you or on any level, throw your name in. Throw your name in, right? Because you never know. We need help. We need bodies. We'd love to take a look at your application. And then if you've been a part of the group for a while and see, right? And see what's going on this amazing team, throw your name in. We'd love to have you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So I see in the chat that many of you are asking for the application. If you are receiving our emails, I did send it last week in the body of one of our daily emails that I send out. I will be sending it again tomorrow. So please look for it. And I would love to have it, email it right back to me once you are done filling it out. All right. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. All right, Irina, you want to lead us out?
Yes, absolutely. So to close our meeting, I would like to say that we go forth with confidence, courage, and belief in ourselves.
Woohoo! Have a fabulous night. Thank you again to all of our
presenters.
You're fabulous.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hi, Kara.
Thank you. Bye.
He's dropping.
I'm sitting here talking to you and my darn thing's on mute.
I know, you silly.
Woman, how are you?
Who are you talking about, Gloria or me?
You know I'm talking to you right now.
Girl, don't say that.
How are you? You look amazing.
Hi, Susan.
Girl, you got a glow. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Be quiet. Gloria, you're doing a great job.
Gloria's thebomb.com. Gloria and Amara.
Oh, thank you. Great.
And Gloria,
job,
quick
lady.
question. For the dress suiting and stuff, do you need for us to come and help to regulate, to help out with?
That would be wonderful.
Okay, I'll be like maybe 3 o'clock or 3:30 to, get ready, or 4 o'clock.
That is always awesome. I love having